originally in Spanish, second part of 2022. Yazhi, how did the Federation react to your information about the bombs? Any repercussions?
They don't like me writing about it or any other subject. That is not new. And they don't like it because I speak uncomfortable truths, like that they are the controllers of the Earth matrix. And if they wanted to, they would put an end to all the abuses in a matter of days, weeks at most. But they don't, because their cosmic game would be over. I insist that everything is false there, including the struggle between good and evil, invading ETs, Federation of Light Commandos fighting on the moon for the liberation of Earth. No, that is a direct reflection of the human mentality. What is going on is more complex and yet simpler. It is a self-contained matrix system for souls to experience a series of events or situations that cause them to have learning reaction. Here we get into learning from the blows, learning from the friction. As we have said before, this is not necessary. However, it is true that friction causes an advancement, more so for the human mentality that has a strong tendency to stagnate. However, with or without friction, whether or not it is necessary for spiritual advancement, it doesn't even apply at all in the earthly matrix or with the earthly matrix, because that will depend on each individual living their experience there, whether or not he enjoys it, whether or not he is able to create his own world, environment, paradise or hell, for lack of better words. It all depends on each Atma, Alma, Katra, or whatever you want to call it. Because everywhere, and with multiple variants, it is said that there exists a large organization of the Masonic type that works for humanity, that counteracts the actions of the regressive cabal. However, knowing well how they are organized and how the Cabal Illuminati works in all its levels, from the basic Masonic lodge to the non-human levels, it is about contrast. It is about taking a lot from the people to return a little in order to give them the perception that things are going in their favor. Example of this is the Trump and the Patriots scenario a couple of years ago, controlled opposition, as clearly happens in the banks, which take 20 from the people in interest and payments to give them back 2 in points redeemable for products and services. And on top of that, they call this benefits of their credit card or whatever. The same with everything else in the society, making them believe that there is an organization that already protects them and hopefully will defeat the bad guys, when it is the same ones, many times the same people. On the one hand, taking away freedoms and everything from people, and on the other hand, gifting them with their altruistic foundations. All the while telling people that they are working against the other group, the regressive one. But here is my message to the White Hats, Brotherhood of the White Dragon, or whatever they call themselves, to whomever this fits as pertinent to them. If you truly wanted to stop the regressive, repressive part of humanity, you would have already told people everything that is truly going on. Organized, telling truths about papayas, about finance, about free energy, about history and everything else. But you don't do it by constantly justifying yourselves in the fight, that the other side is strong. Well, if I can do it from here, through the internet, you can do it 1,000 times better and with 1,000 times more reach. But you don't do it because you are part of the same game, because you are the same. And with this, it is also part of the same game that I'm here saying all this.
What would you say is not false here, Yazhi?
Experience.
Experience, as Robert says.
And what else besides experience, Yazhi?
What else? That is for each soul to decide. What is real or not is relative to each individual. It is not for me to say or decide. That is personal, and it can be anything.
Someone could say, you say that everything is false. Tell me what is real then, too. What would you say?
You are real. Your soul. That is everything. There is nothing that is not an idea, a soul, a katra. You are real. And from that position of self-empowerment, you will decide what else is and what else is not. I mean false, as I have mentioned above, as in false from the strictly Earth's own point of view, as in that history, as you are told, did not happen that way, as in that wars do not obey the reasons you are told, as in that the political systems on Earth are not real, but only a theater to keep people under control, as in that diseases are not as you are told, as in that doctors do not cure diseases, but make money for pharmaceutical companies and for themselves, as in that, among many other things, from the point of view of the Earth. But the so-called white hats are the ones who are supposedly fighting on behalf of humanity, part of the same cabal. And I don't doubt that there are people with some power working in favor, and they do what they can, and they are appreciated. I am talking about people like Bill Gates, who destroys humanity and, on the other hand, is a philanthropist with charitable foundations. Or like today's favorite white hat, Elon Musk, who is supposed to fight for freedom of speech and tell truths to the public, like that there is no overpopulation as such, not a real one, and that the problem is going to be a deficit or underpopulation, truths, as if he is the good guy, when in reality he is one of them, working for the same destructive agendas of the dark cabal, Black Illuminati. And that can be seen about Musk by observing his actions and observing the symbology he uses, as in his Halloween costume, the usual symbols, which shows that he is one of them.
And what would you say to those who might say that they don't do any of what you say because their hands are tied by something? Is it possible that they really are? Because all of that could be a total chess game, and it wouldn't be as simple as telling people everything. Again, I speak for the people asking this question.
Hands tied? Look what we have accomplished by waking people up with YouTube, all censored and sub-counted views. It's no excuse that any conspiracist with good intentions is a white hat. It's no excuse because even though their hands are tied, they could do so much more by simply telling it like it is to the general public. Yet they don't do it. And well, they know this. And you can tell by their comments and plans that never come to fruition, such as patriots taking over the media to get Trump to talk. Empty promises.
And they are not going to get this one out of the way? Because all that power is turning him into a fool.
It is theater. Don't fall for it. He doesn't even have that much power, because he's just a front for that group of companies he claims to own. Just like that Facebook robot among so many others.
Yes. The White Hats are there to divert the attention of some awakened people by creating false hopes as the years go by.
But maybe they've got them all cornered or something. The regressives. Threatening them with something? Just thinking to cover all angles.
And not only do I not doubt it, but I know it has to be that way. Still, they could tell the people more things, because that's the key. Without people, without the masses, the Cabal Illuminati can do nothing. I am threatened too, and I am still here. That's no excuse. They want to shut me up. Why can a little girl and they can't? Excuses. There is always how. Or else the White Hats don't exist as an organization, which I know they do exist. But as I was saying, they are the same as the black ones. It's part of the same Illuminati organization, or whatever it is called.
Yes, good point. They call themselves the White Hats for a reason, to do something.
They have and use many names, but it doesn't matter. Just because I don't know there are many names doesn't mean I can't foresee how they think. They have resources, and they do nothing. They are not creative even when threatened. I make a fuss, and I only have a shitty laptop. And I don't have a single penny to my name, and that's the truth, sworn and all. Stuff I do have. Money, currency, economic resources, not a penny. And I am still making a fuss.